When your child struggles with sensory issues like tantrums and meltdowns, trying new foods, wearing certain clothes, brushing their teeth or combing their hair, falling asleep, staying asleep, or just making transitions throughout the day, you can feel absolutely exhausted, overwhelmed, and often isolated. When your child's sensory issues show up in the store or at the school drop-off or pickup line or at a restaurant or a busy play date, it's often that parents are left just really exhausted, frustrated, and still searching for the answer to this question. What the heck is going on? What's causing this? There's got to be something more than just, oh, it's normal, they're 2, they're 3, they're a little boy, they've got red hair, they'll grow out of it. So often sensory issues in kids is just something that is easily dismissed and said, no big deal, it's normal, from conventional pediatricians, often even other parents and other people in your life. But if deep down inside your gut, mom and dad, you know that there's something more going on, then you absolutely deserve to find out exactly what that is. The truth is, sensory issues, sensory transition challenges, sensory meltdowns, overdrive, all the different terms that come with sensory processing disorder, it is a sign of something off track and out of balance within their nervous system. Now, the nervous system is a very intricate, very kind of complex system if you really open the hood and break it all the way down. But we can also make it really, really simple for you when we talk about sensory issues in kids. First off, sensory issues in kids are absolutely linked to other conditions. If you do I'll stick with that phrase, open the hood to autism, to ADHD, and even anxiety, you'll see that all of those kiddos struggle with sensory processing, sensory integration challenges as well. Because one of the first things that sensory issues in kids do, or sensory processing challenges does, is it kind of bombards or blasts the brain with this unwanted, excessive noise and information. Now, there's a couple of nerdy neurological terms we're going to introduce here, but also keep them very simple. What sensory processing kiddos are doing when they're seeking to move, seeking to touch or get big squeezes, big hugs, sensory blankets, these sort of things, they're grinding their teeth, they're touching everything, which is also, again, a hallmark of autism and ADHD, which is coming from these sensory issues. When they're constantly moving and constantly in this high energy, sensory overwhelmed state, that's a sign of what's called seeking proprioception. Now, proprioception is a nerd term for the perception of movement. And what happens when a kiddo goes through another neurological term called subluxation or vagus nerve dysfunction, then what happens is that good input, that calming and regulating input called proprioception, is actually shut down. It's slowed down. And there's something called the gate theory then, where once that proprioception and that good sensory input into the brain that would be calming, that would be regulating, gets shut down, it opens the gate or opens the door for what's called nociception, or noxious, noisy, annoying stimuli. And that is why your kiddo is always on edge and they can't handle the bright noises, the bright lights, loud noises, or certain things on their clothes or new foods. Their brains are stuck with this noise coming into it from this subluxation and neurological dysfunction 24/7. And a brain that constantly has noise and noxious stimuli is an easily distracted, easily confused brain. So if you've ever been in a really, really busy coffee shop and you're trying to get work done, like real busy brain-based work, but you didn't bring headphones, or you're sitting on a plane and there's a ton of noise and a lot going on, we all know that that stresses us out, right? If we're stuck in an environment that has a lot going on, a lot of noise, a lot of sensory stimuli, and if we can't calm it down, if we can't block it out, we all get stressed. Well, imagine being stuck in that scenario all day, every day, 24/7, 365. That's what's going on when a child has this noisy, confused brain where proprioception, and specifically this nerve called the vagus nerve, are not functioning properly. Now, I introduced that last nerve term, and I just want to break down that vagus nerve one more time. The vagus nerve is what's called our primary parasympathetic nerve. It is in charge of calming, deep breathing, slowing the heart rate and the breathing rate down, getting digestion going. Many kids with sensory issues struggle all the time. They're sick, they're congested, they're constipated all the time. And that parasympathetic vagal nerve response is also the one that regulates our emotions and our transitions and our sleep. And so this whole process of where the vagus nerve, which is in charge of, again, rest, digestion, and sensory regulation, when the vagus nerve is interfered with, it allows that fight or flight system that drives sensory overwhelm, that drives sensory issues in kids to be shifted into overdrive. This is why quite often other therapies, which are awesome. So the most common first line of defense for sensory issues in kids, often a pediatrician will miss them. Again, they'll dismiss them as don't worry, they'll grow out of it. So often a child may be 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, get into preschool, get into kindergarten, get into these places where now the sensory issues start to look like and spill over into behavior, focus, and concentration issues, or shows up at home with sleep difficulties, brushing their teeth, big emotions. However, it finally shows up and gets kind of, categorized as, hey, this is sensory challenges. They then often are sent to OT first. Now, OT is awesomely, accurately, and rightfully going to use movement-based integration to try and help calm that child's nervous system and improve some of these sensory pathways and connections. What we find all the time is that many families have been doing months of OT and seeing some positive results, but yet their child's struggles still remain or they plateau. In that case, that is a sure sign of this neurological disconnection, subluxation, and vagus nerve dysfunction being even deeper into the system than OT can access and get to. That's where neurologically focused chiropractic comes in. I have been focusing on sensory issues, sensory processing challenges in kids for years, and the results still 16 years later blow me away how when you can get in with what are called neurotonal, safe, gentle, easy adjustments and activate the vagus nerve and get the nervous system out of that disconnection, dysregulation, and get it back into calm and function and balance, you can actually literally see the child's brain and body calm down. You can see them relax. You can see the tension start to get off their nervous system so they can regulate their emotions better. They can fall asleep better. They can handle transitions better. They can focus and concentrate better as well. We are not treating, we are not curing sensory issues in kids with neurologically focused chiropractic. We're getting to the root cause, which is, as parents, the one thing you've wanted to know about and be about this whole time. Because all of us know, whether chiropractic is brand new to us or it's something you've been doing for a while and you need maybe a different kind or a specialized kind of chiropractic that works on these nervous system challenges in kids. But it's the best thing for us as parents because we want to address the root cause, because we knew that doing so will not only help in the short term, but by addressing the true root cause, you can see long-term improvements and solutions for kids as well. So what I want you to do is take this video and keep on learning. There's a lot to the nervous system. There's a lot to sensory issues in kids. There's a lot to this discussion about subluxation, the nervous system, the vagus nerve, and all the things we brought up in here. Our team will put a link right with this video, or if you're on Instagram, you can go up and click the link in our bio, and you can learn more about all these different terms and even learn more about what we call our sensory processing disorder test, where we can actually find and measure this tension and this imbalance and dysregulation within your child's nervous system. You're going to want to learn more. You're going to want to really see and learn about that technology so that we can address the root cause of your child's sensory issues. If you've got any comments, any questions, you can put them below. You can send us a DM. Please share this video with any other families you know whose kiddos are struggling with sensory issues, any other Facebook groups or group chats where you know sensory challenges are the thing that parents need help with. Please share this video there. We'll see you on the next one.